Hi, it's Sarah here from Sew Sarah Style. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am talking about sewing joy and happiness. This jacket has made me smile. I'm not necessarily sure it's for the right reasons. It is made from this fantastic stripy cotton, which is from Fabrics Galore. I actually bought it from Adele's D-Stash, but as soon as I saw it, I thought I absolutely love that. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but I just love the fabric. So it's really turned into a bit of a toile. I'm doing the Sew Autumn Denim 24 challenge, which is run by the Sewists of Oz. I'll put the details down below. And I wanted to make something out of, I keep teasing you with this, sorry, my absolute all-time favourite denim, which is this. It's like a printed denim with a touch of stretch. I bought this years and years ago, and I bought the Sienna Maker jacket to go with it to make it up. So the idea was to make a slightly shorter view than that, which is view B on there, you can see. And basically, I was too scared to make it up, so it sat and sat and sat in my stash. So the actual challenge gave me the opportunity to think, right, I'm going to get it made up, but I don't want to cut into my precious fabric first. And I always quite liked the idea of doing a toile in this fabric. So that's exactly what I've done. I'll put it on in a little bit and show you all the different features and how it fits, etc., and talk through all the details on it. But I actually really love it. I just need to wear it out and get the confidence. I think that's, I don't know about you, but that's something that I have to do quite often because I make it and because it's not bought from a shop. Then I think, is it a bit too wacky? Is it a bit, you know, or I don't know. I like to be individual, but at the same time I don't want to be too out there. So sometimes I have to wear things around a little bit around the house before I have the confidence to wear them outside. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a minute. So I was talking about sewing happiness and joy. As in life, we all have times where, you know, things get a little bit overwhelming. There's a lot going on. So that's kind of, you know, there's been quite a lot going on in my life recently, but I just found the time to come to my sewing room. I'm lucky enough to have a sewing room and threw myself into this jacket. So it's really actually has cheered me up. Not only is it kind of bright for me anyway, it's just given me that sense of achievement that I think that I needed to finish it. It's all beautifully finished. I'll show you again. I'll show you in a minute. But it just cheered me up to have that, to find those chunks of time to put this jacket together. We've got Sam behind us, who is a tapestry cat that I made when I was 15. So it just reminded me, because he sits in my sewing room. When I was 15, I was sort of just, I don't know really, I was going through a little, I don't know whether it was hormones or what, but my mum said to me, I tell you what you need, because I was a bit fed up, I was a bit bored, and obviously it was way before the days before social media, which is probably actually a good thing. And she said, why don't you try some tapestry? So I sat and stitched Sam, and I made him for my nan, who, she had a cat called Sam. It was a tabby cat. She absolutely loved him. So I made that and gave it to my nan, and that sort of hung up in her house until she passed away quite a few years ago, bless her. And then it came to me. So Sam sits just opposite there and watches over me in my sewing room. But that just gave me a kick up the backside to get on and do something. And I think because I've always been quite creative, I absolutely loved making him. So from there on, I think I went on to make soft toys and little bits and bobs, and then obviously eventually started doing bits of quilting, costumes, and now dressmaking. So I think you don't necessarily have to have a sewing room and a huge stash. Just being creative, I think, makes me anyway feel better. So just a little start with something like a cross stitch is brilliant, and it saved me when I was 15. It made me happy, just as this jacket has this week. So that's probably enough about that for now. So yes, Sew Autumn Denim, as you can tell, it's not denim, and actually we haven't got to share our makes until the 31st of May, so I've got a little bit of time yet. I'm not sure, that the idea was that I was going to make this up and see how I felt in it before I made it in this. Sorry to be a cop out, but I don't know whether I am actually going to make it in this yet, because of the way that it's made with the belt and everything. You kind of have to wear it done up all the time, and I don't know whether I want a shorter jacket for this. So I am also going to be making the Ilford jacket and the heather blazer. So I'm going to make those up in different fabrics before I decide what to do with as I say, my most favouriteest fabric in the world. So that's not going to be an entry for Sew Autumn Denim, because I haven't got time between now and the 31st of May. So the other option that I talked about in my last vlog when I was mentioning the denim challenge was this chambray, denim chambray with the gold stripes through it. So I talked about making a fibre mood Kaya dress, which I really want for the summer, so I'm definitely going to be making that. So that will be posted on the 31st. So if you have some denim that you want to make up and you feel like getting involved, absolutely go ahead, go and have a look at the hashtag and join in. So you've got until the 31st of May to post any denim make whatsoever, and there are a couple of fabulous prizes as well. So it's always a bit of fun to join in with those. So I'll just hop back on now with the jacket and I'll talk you through that. Okay, so I hope you can see it all here. Okay, so yes, it's a really lovely fit. I'm really pleased with it actually. I will just talk you through some of the different elements. It's got this really unusual belt with the D-rings here, and it's I find this, I do really like it, but I think it doesn't work quite so well when it's undone. So the belt goes all the way over the back through this lovely little loop thing there, which is faced on the other side, and then it sort of hangs a little bit like that, excuse me. So if you're wearing it open, you need to tuck the belt sort of into the pockets like that, which looks okay, but you've got this flappy bit there, and then it's quite loose. So I definitely prefer it done up to loose. It's size wise, I made the size 8, and it fits okay. I could probably go down. It's quite a generous, I think it's quite a generous fit, because I think size 8 is smaller than my measurements, and I need to put the details in the box below, to be honest. And because it's drafted for somebody who's 5'6", I think, which is 3 inches more than me, the waist doesn't hit in exactly the right place, I don't think. So it's fine. It's not too bad, but I think it could just do with being a little bit like an inch higher. So if I made it again, I would definitely make this belt, yeah, possibly about an inch higher. I don't know what that's doing now. It's very unforgiving with the stripes, isn't it? Because any pulls or anything just show up on these. So yes, so that's the main change. Well, that's not the main change. The main change that I would make is when I finished it, the shoulders were way too big. They were sort of dropping down here, and there was all this excess fabric here. So what I did, whether it was the right thing or not, it was just a kind of really quick whiz around the armholes I just tacked it together, sort of literally just took the armholes in, which then obviously lifted everything up and took some of the excess out here. You can still see there's some there. I don't mind a bit of excess, because obviously I'd like to be able to wear this with jumpers and stuff underneath, with sweaters. It's not just a summer jacket, I think it's an all year round jacket, so it would be really nice to be able to wear, as I say, sweaters and things underneath. The pockets, as they're designed, they're supposed to stick out a little bit, which is the last thing I wanted on my hips. Sorry, I was disturbed there. So what was I saying? Yes, so the pockets actually are designed to bag out, but what I did was just pinch a little bit out of the pocket piece to make it flatter to the body. So I've still got huge pockets, but they just sit better, I think, rather than sticking out. I think that was pretty much it in terms of construction. It was all fairly straightforward. There is a really good sew along on the Minerva website, thank goodness, because I just wanted to make sure that I got all my points really well done for the collar. That was really the bit that I'd started making it up, and then I put it away, and then the last couple of days I've fetched it out and finished the collar. This is the bit that I was scared of, I suppose. And I had some really lovely batik fabric, which is similar colours. So I have just bias bound all the inside of the facings, and I'll show you this, my lovely label today is a good day. So that's just a little reminder. And I've made a little hanging loop as well, so that's quite good. The instructions are brilliant, and like I say, the sew along's really useful. So, before I put this back on, I'll just show you what I'm wearing underneath. This is a work in progress. It's the Tammy Handmade Mia crop top, and it's slightly less cropped because I have lengthened it. It is a brilliant top just for the summer to throw on with trousers or whatever. As I say, it's a work in progress because the fit isn't perfect. The first one I made was a size 12, which I thought I would be. And as I was cutting the pieces out, I was thinking, this is looking small. It is absolutely tiny. It's like I can just about get it on, but I can't breathe in it. It's like a corset. So if you do make it, I would suggest that you definitely size up. This is the size 16. But what's happened is, because the size 16, obviously it's a little bit wider across here, it's bagging out a tiny bit. The fit across the front of this one is really lovely. So I think, as I say, I just need to fiddle about with it a little bit. I've added, I think, about 3 inches probably to this at least. It's very cropped. This one I've added 1 inch to, and it's too short really. But I think what I might do, I haven't finished the bottom of this yet, I might actually add a seam band to finish the bottom. But I just think it's a really lovely, easy, really easy to put together top, and it's fully lined. Just genius the way it all comes together. It really is. I was so impressed. So there are going to be a few more of these definitely as the summer gets warmer, just to go with some palazzo pants or skirts or whatever. So that was that. I think, did I have anything else? I don't think I had anything else to tell you about the jacket particularly, apart from the fact that, as I mentioned before, I don't think I'm going to make my denim one up in it because it is slightly restrictive in that you have to, I think it's much better done up than it is loose. Although there is the other option, isn't there? So there's the other, excuse me one sec. There is this shorter version here, which I think looks really cool. It says, so I could maybe make the denim up in that. It's described as a chic utility jacket inspired by vintage French workwear, designed for hard wearing use by makers and artists. It functions both as stylish outerwear and a highly practical layer for use inside the studio. So obviously you've got A and B, which have got deep hip pockets and a belt, which you've seen. So this is the one that I've made, view B. And then view C is obviously a shorter one. Look, it's got this fabulous vent with the poppers on there. And if you look, you can actually do it up at the neck here. So it's really quite different. I mean, it's a completely different jacket to that. So it's a pretty versatile pattern. And also you've got this unusual pocket here on the arm, which I think looks really cool. So maybe I'll make the short one, but like I say, I definitely want to make the Ilford. I have that. And also the Friday Pattern Company Heather Blazer has been waiting in the wings to be made for so long. So I do need to get that made up, definitely. So I think I might do a bit of a video on comparing the 3 of them. But yeah, I do love this once it's done up, and I think I will actually get a lot of wear out of this. It's like I say, it's very well made. I haven't done the proper flat fell seamed. I did the fake one, the faux flat fell seamed, which is to finish the seams with the overlocker and then top stitch them. So everything is like I say, really well made. The idea is that I can just chuck it in the washing machine and it should last and last and last. I folded the sleeves back at the minute because I'm not sure. I quite like the folded look, just the turn-ups. But I might just, I don't know yet. I don't know how I'm going to finish them. I might just turn them under and stitch them. But yeah, that's probably about it for the jacket because I can't think of what else to say about it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you all soon. Thanks. Take care. Bye.